Edson Mwakatobe, a student in second year, Bachelor of Technology and Landscape Architecture, here to represent my main IPT practical training. First, I'll start by why did I attend the Arusha main IPT training course. This was mainly to increase my experience, exposure, train my skills, and learn new things and how to solve different problems in different areas. The following are some of the places that we managed to reach and what we learned from them. First, we'll start with Tanzanite experience building, whereby Tanzanite is sold there, a very unique and highly priced and valued gemstone only found in Tanzania, which was discovered in 1967 by Jumanne Ngoma, a Tanzanian local. Tanzanite is mostly treasured due to its color, clarity, cut, and carat weight. Also, we managed to learn the Tanzanite mining process, which started with the process of exploration on open shafts, extraction, transport to surface, sorting and cleaning, and the other processes were mainly used for increasing the clarity and sharpening the Tanzanite in order to get different shapes and sizes. Another place was 4 Point Sheraton Hotel, a hotel built during the colonial era, which is approximately 113 years old by now. This is a very interesting hotel because it blends the colonial architectural styles and the modern styles. It has wide verandas, pitched roofs, balconies, and thick walls, which help it resist for a very long time, and that's why it lasted for a very long time. This building type is a hotel, accommodation, and recreation. Very, very beautiful and very, very interesting. Another place is a Gymkhana golf course. This is also a very old golf course used during the colonial periods. It has many parts, but the most important parts in the golfing area were fairways, greens, tees, bunkers, water features, trees, and vegetations. Most of these are places that mainly used for obstructions like water features and bunkers, so as you cannot sink a very easy strike in the golf course. The landscape design consideration. The place used very large lawn areas suitable for the sport, trees planted for shades and wind control, open spaces that clear visibility, proper circulation paths for players and maintenance staff. This landscape design creates a balance between recreation, nature, and functionality. This is very important. The other place is Temi River Garden. This garden, it's a very beautiful garden which is located alongside the Temi River, used to support the natural integration of the Arusha wildlife and the city life. Ecological consideration and resortation. First, they considered the environmental conservation, animal conservation, marine conservation, and human conservation, which were environmentally managing the cleaning, animal conservation, reducing the amount of trash thrown in the woods, marine conservation mainly was by reducing the amount of waste that flows down in the river and cleaning the water and purifying it. And best design practices. There are waterfront parks. This is very interesting because the design is very natural, consists of very natural ways of building, like huts as you can see in the photos, and they also sold paintings made by natives. Also used it to explore our culture to the rest of the world. The other place was the Arusha Domestic Airport. This was used mainly for transport in the close areas of Tanzania, and also they went abroad but not very far. It was mostly Kenya, Uganda. Those are the places that the airports could reach. Also, the sections of the airport building were the arrival section, departure section, control tower, support and utilities, storage maintenance area, offices, and airport staff. Environmental consideration. Because of large airplanes that are landing on here, soil stabilization was to prevent erosions and maintaining runway integrity, drainage system to avoid flooding and making the runway watery may cause accidents. Vegetation control so as to reduce the amount of birds striking on the plains and to increase visibility of the parrots. Noise management to reduce the disturbance to the neighboring features. Waste management and other maintenances. Tumbili Lodge. This is a very beautiful lodge that mainly focuses on the natural appearances of the area by integrating the flora and fauna species, not reducing anything they found, but managing it and making it even more beautiful. And the main thing that we learned was the manure preparation that was done by the locals and at the same place in the Tumbili Lodge, whereby they collected dead plants and kitchen waste and animal droppings, mixed them together, composting them, aeration, whereby the hippos turn regularly to allow decomposition to prevent bad odor, moisture control, whereby they controlled the moisture to keep the compost slightly damp, not too wet or too dry. Maturation, allowing compost to decompose fully for 4 to 6 weeks until dark. This is when the manure is mostly ready. The prepared manure is used mainly to fertilize the plants naturally in the nursery and making it grow even very beautifully, because most chemical fertilizers tend to damage plants by the minimal effect, but it's still damaging, so natural fertilizer is mostly considered. Spaces that were found in the Tobii garden. There are open lawns, sitting areas, walking paths, observation zones, decorative gardens, yes, swimming pools, most of those. Okay, there's the proposed Samia AFCON Stadium. This is a very new stadium still under construction, which will be used for the AFCON tournaments in 2027 or 2028 after the construction is done. The main things we learned were the safetiness and caution that are taking place in the construction, which were the structural stability, fire safety, crowd management, and emergency access in case of any accidents that might occur in the field. Okay, construction bases. These are the basic things that were used in the constructions to ensure the building was structurally safe. Materials mostly used reinforced concrete, steel framework, and high quality finishing materials to improve aesthetics and the load bearing capacity of the stadium. Foundation, a very deep foundation to ensure the large scale structure does not tremble. Roof design, a lightweight roof structure to cover the sitting areas to reduce the sun hitting the audience. Drainage to ensure water does not stay stagnant and cause problems to the stadium. Inspiration. The main inspiration that were used in the stadium were modern African football stadiums. Their cultural elements whereby they focused mainly on the Maasai tribe, and the natural gemstone that's found in the area, which is Tanzanite. The Maasai tribe mostly used in the interior designing, and the gemstone was mainly used to structure the outside finishing, the framework of the stadium. And sustainability, integration of natural ventilation, solar panels, and green landscaping to ensure a comfortable environment at the stadium. Galmeria, Arusha. This is a very old hotel which has more than 60 years. It's very beautiful because it integrates green vegetation by adding green roofs and vegetated walls to ensure a cool and stable environment for the users. And the other thing which we learned was the storm management system, whereby they had underground trenches, green roofs, permeable pavements, vegetated swells, curb and cutter eliminations, and riparian buffers. As you can see, the green roofs, the trenches, and the permeable pavings, and the vegetated walls, this very much helps to control the water that mainly falls on the areas and to reduce the runoff and the risk of erosion in the area. Napul waterfalls. These are natural waterfalls found in Arusha, mainly used for tourist attractions, and they are very beautiful. The landscaping style was mainly for preserving the natural look of the waterfall. So it was just a natural landscape, the waterfalls, the rocky cliffs, natural pools, and surrounding forest vegetation. Recreational landscape, pathways, sitting areas located for visitors to to sit and to view the waterfall from different places. Ecological landscape, this was mainly used for conservation of native trees, shrubs, and aquatic plants, and other beings or flora and fauna species that are found in the area. The uses of Napuru waterfalls, mainly used for tourism, recreation, education, cultural cultural beliefs, and conservation. Lake Duluth is a volcanic lake found in Arusha region caused by a volcanic eruption which led to the making of a crater which spouted out water that caused the area to fill, causing the occurrence of Lake Duluth. This was named by explorers who threw stones inside the lake, and the sound Duluth was used as a response to the area because they could measure how deep it was, and it was approximately 700 meters deep. Elements used in the design: there are sitting zones, reception zones, clubs, and spiritual zones for spiritual access and prayers to the natives. Base design features: the creation stories around the lake, cultural heritage is well revealed, proper management of waste materials is highly prioritized to maintain the cleanliness of the lake and the safety of the people. Natural herbarium of Tanzania. This is a natural, this is a place used to preserve all the native plants found in the Tanzania region, preserving them according to their features and descriptions and their respective groups, whereby the area is used mainly for education, conservation, and plant taxonomy. Uses of the herbarium. It's mainly used for scientific research, education, conservation, and references in different fields. Preservation of plants. Methods used in preserving the plants found in the herbarium. There's pressing and drying, whereby plants are flattened and dried to remove moisture. Mounting, dried specimens are attached to sheets and they are labeled in accordance with their name, scientific name, and the places where they are found. Labeling, where they keep the names and the names of the collector, the location, the date, and the scientific name. Storage and protection in order to preserve them for future generations. In conclusion, generally, the main industrial practice had a huge impact on my thinking due to the widening of exposure and experience that were obtained during the field studies, and the trip was highly beneficial to a lot of us. Also, other questions are how I managed to present what I learned in my project. I managed to explain in vivid examples, details, pictures, and explanation in my report. The sketching exercise helped me improve my speed, accuracy, and the quality of my graphics, which are very useful in the field to produce very quality sketches in order to attract clients and beneficial investors. The experience that I obtained in Arusha will help me as a designer in many different ways. Mainly, it will give me an open-minded view that helps me solve different problems by referencing other areas, and it also helps me to give me a case study once I meet a different area with the same problem. This will help me have a reference or a different point of view because I saw it happening in another place. So thank you for listening and have a good day.